Okay, we have quite a few Lego Friends sets to go through for me to show you today. First off, we have the Donut Shop. This is a 4 plus set, pretty simple, large pieces. Has an electric scooter. One thing that I find is very apparent on the front of this is that the boxes have all this artwork. Like if you look at the bird on top of the Donut Shop, it has like this graffiti style to it, like hand drawn, which is fine, but it just find it just kind of odd. Like in the foreground, at the very bottom, there's a crab with a donut, which I find peculiar. The not bad set. This set comes with Leo and Leanne. Probably butchering one of those names. I'm the worst with names. So, not much to this set. Just kind of a neat little set. And let's move on to Paisley's house. So, I'm kind of confused with like the roles of the characters, of course, because you got Ella, little kid character, Jonathan. I'm assuming dad character, Paisley, maybe older sister. I was wondering if this side's kind of suffering from missing mom syndrome, or and is a little confused about that. But it's a nice little simple 4 plus house, big pieces, not much else to say about it. Uh, Rabbit thrown into here. So next up we have holiday camping trip. I like the camper, even though it's 4 plus set. I think the big pieces help the shape of it. Don't really care for the card too much, but it's a 4 plus set. You got Autumn and Ayla's characters in here, part of the new Friends characters like everybody else through here. And this is kind of where I think most people are gonna hate me for. I have with Autumn as a character, I don't get why. Okay, I understand why Lego's doing the having her missing a hand, but it maybe just me and just I'm a guy. But I just kind of want to get that mini doll and just build like a cyborg laser cannon on it where it's missing because I think that like you can slide like a rod piece onto the hand there. So and that's kind of what I see her figure and that's what I just want to do. And it's kind of weird that she doesn't have a prosthetic hand of some sort because they could done it. Meanwhile, there's a dog later on that's able to have the prosthetic, but I'll get to that later. But overall, I think this set is good for it's really good for a 4 plus set. Next up, we have Dog Rescue Center. Um, standard. This is kind of standard to me. Nothing really too special about it. You got a slide. You got a little bit of an obstacle course. Um, then and just kind of a simple building, cute animal build is kind of the idea of it. But here's kind of where the problem with the you can see right in the center at the bottom, there's the dog with the missing legs. So in the back, and I just kind of it's fine, dog representation, I guess. But yeah, I just find it weird the dog has kind of a prosthetic thing going on, but the human girl doesn't. And prosthetic for animals are far more expensive than they are for humans. So, but it is what it is. This set comes with Gabriella, Zach, and Autumn again. So, on to the next set. Here we got the Heart Lake Downtown Diner. I'm surprised that this new wave is still taking place in Heart Lake City compared to the old ones. Simple diner build, not much to say about it. I'm jealous of the size of that sandwich because it takes up the entire table. Good colors. It's got a little cat in the back with a watch poster. And you can see with a lot of these, they kind of tell a story, like this, like the skateboard drive through the watch poster cat. Yeah, it tells a story. So this set comes with Ayla, Lane, and Charlie, if I'm pronouncing those correctly. On to the next set, and we got the organic grocery store. And actually, I think this is probably one of the best sets in the bunch. I love how big the grocery store is, the big windows there. This is kind of more traditional. I find that Alba girl in the cart, I think she's just really cute. How the tiny mini dolls can fit in the cart. But this comes with Autumn, Leo, Alba, Jordan, and Isaac. So comes with a. One thing I noticed is it comes with like one of those spilled pieces. If you look near the Isaac in the middle, it comes with like a pink spilled pieces, wet floor signs. It's just kind of a fun grocery store. I think this is actually a lot better than the Lego City one. we got this year, at least at the time making this video. And I look at the truck and have a pointed front there, and I think it kind of looks more like a spaceship, so I think that's kind of fun. So to the next set, the back of it, just so you can see the inside of the grocery store and how much space actually is in there. And it looks like you also, here I didn't notice on the front, but you got kind of a grumpy cat appears in multiple sets. So here's the next set, actually, Autumn's house. Kind of a good farmhouse look, and I love the autumn leaves of the trees on the far right. Love the rocking chairs. I like the fire pit. This set comes with Mia, Leo, Ayla, and Autumn again. Like I just realized that there's a tiny little red bird, and that's kind of cool to get a small bird like that. And so, and to show the backside of the house, I feel like the house is somewhat cramped. I mean, you got a living room, you got a kitchen, you got a dining room, bedroom, and I think bathroom. So it's fine. You got basically a full interior there. Next up, we have Heart Lake International School. And this school is way too modern in architectural stylings for my takes. I am an architect, so let that be said. The thing is, you have all these windows, and they're just scattered haphazardly on the second floor. And with schools, you want to have big windows. You want to let a lot of sunlight in, a lot of natural light. Those windows like that don't allow it. And it's kind of hard to work around those spaces when you haphazardly place windows on a wall. So it just maybe just the architect in me, but yeah, I don't really care for this building. It's modern California built, and I don't care for it. Set comes with Alam, Asa, Ollie, Nico, and Miss Hale. Figures are fine. Ollie just reminds me of Chris Hemsworth's character from the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. So, kind of don't like him just because of that movie. Sad to say. But got good stickers here. I like the book at the top. Like the basketball hoop. Good. I like a lot of bright colors. It's fine. It just I just don't like the windows on the second floor. Here you can see the inside of the school. If you look at the middle tall building, there's a minifigure skeleton in there. So I'm just kind of starting to wonder in the lore of Heart Lake City with these mini dolls, do they just have minifigure skeletons underneath? So, curious. Here we have the Downtown Flower and Design stores. So on the right, with the purple building, you get a IKEA-esque store. On the left, you get a flower store, but the top floor of that building is an apartment that your character is supposed to go over to the IKEA furniture store and buy furniture for your apartment, hence the sticker, design your apartment. Unity Street sign here. I like the fountain. It's a good build there. I like the color. I like I'm more of a traditionalist. I like the yellow building more over the modern purple one, but the modern purple one is fine, architecturally speaking. It's hard to see a city to approve that building when it's like supposed to be it's a 4-story building going based off mini doll scale, so you'll have to get some clearance since it'll be towering above surrounding buildings quite a bit more. Back here you can see the interior. Like I said, the top floor is an apartment where you decorate it yourself. You can see that they squeeze as much furniture as possible in the furniture store, and you can see some of the mini dolls moving furniture over above the flower store. And you can also see that you can reconfigure it to many different ways that you want. So that's fun. I do think I do find it fun to just kind of move furniture around and just kind of design a space. That's part of the design process that I do. Here we got mobile bubble tea shop. Don't really care for the tea shop so much. The figures Nova and Medley. One thing that stands out for me is that little mascot standout character on the far left. I think that thing's just so cute. So I just find that funny. And From all the things in the set, just that little mask off the sticker on the side, I love that thing. Okay, and next one, we got the mobile tiny house. Now, tiny house was very popular a few years ago. Not so much anymore after the coup. Main figures include Paisley, again, Leanne, and Leo. I'm just looking at that car. I don't think there's any way that car should be able to pull that house, and it has to actually have extra wheels to help support it. And got a little bit of exterior outdoor camping area. And in one of these small houses, you got to spend most of your time outside of it. It's way too cramped for a human being. But if you go, yeah, if you look on the inside, it makes use of a lot of good space, like a tiny house should. It's just this that should probably come out a few years ago, then it would have been a lot more popular. So next up, we got dog rescue bike, which is kind of interesting. Find a dog in the bushes. Wanted posters, picnic table in the back, and comes with Alea and Victoria as characters. So it is what it is. Nice little small set. Moving on, we got Leanne's room. Got a little gecko as a figure there. I think that's probably the Pascal mode for Entangled. And he's got like a lot of art stuff in here. So Leanne is apparently the artsy type. These type of sets can actually let you get into to know the new girls' personalities quite a little bit more. So nothing too special. I like those windows on the back. That'll be a good piece to gain from it. And moving on, we got Aleo's room, which is it's kind of harder to grasp exactly what she's into because you got popcorn and next to her laptop, like, and there's kind of like I think she's kind of into fairy tales because of, like there's a book where I've seen people online refer to that the girl in that book and the guy on the book as um, Link and Zelda. Tell me if you think that is the case down below. Um, the bed actually slides out, so you have a smaller bed underneath for Paisley for sleepovers. I've never seen a bed like that in real life, so I think that's kind of weird. So yeah, I think she's a kind of fancy movie buff based off of this. So good, so good wall pieces. So and just kind of stuff to fill out her bedroom. Next up, we have Dog Rescue Van, and this is one of the sets that tells the story. So the characters come with the set are Nova and Doctor Marlon. So I like the van, I like the bus stop, and I actually like the details for the cardboard box. But once again, you have the dog with missing its back legs. This dog was there's a lot of money put into this dog apparently originally, and because it has these wheels behind it, and those are not cheap. So this dog apparently got lost on its own after its owner spent a lot of money on it. Because I don't think this dog is a stray like they're trying to imply with the box. And I just find like that's kind of confusing storytelling, at least on my part. So, and you look at the bottom left corner. I don't think many people will notice this, but there's a little brown swirl piece for you. Here's the inside of the van. The back of it comes off, and you can clean the dog up, feed it, etc. So next we have the Cat Hotel, and this is kind of a fun one. It comes with Ollie and Naomi. Um, so apparently you got cats with accessories. I love the little cat at the top there, but they call it a cat hotel. I see it as a cat kennel because it's just real life. You got a tree the cats can climb onto. Go to the next page, you can see that there's all these like little ramps and things for it to run along. Cat stand, so a very cat centric set. And looking at that chair, the cats are being spoiled. Next, we have the hair salon. And I love the skylights on this one. I think the architecture for this is actually really cool. Just don't throw any rocks around it. Got a little stand for a scooter, a little park bench outside with lights. Looking on the inside, you have a lot of options for hair pieces to change your mini doll's hair pieces around. So kind of a fun hair design set. Of course, not for me. I just really like the skylights on this set. Next up, we have the skate park, which so the skate park is the part of it is fantastic. The building behind it, in my opinion, is lacking. Not much to it, just kind of a hangout space. And I just kind of wish there was a little bit more given to the ramps and just the fun skate park aspect, especially when you have skateboards. You have a girl in a wheelchair. So yeah, here you got Lena, Zach, and Luna. More of a tropical setting too, so it's got a little bit of palm tree there in the back, and it's fine. I just wish there was more influence on the skate part than the actual building that eats up most of the pieces here, and pretty large pieces. Next up, we have Leo's room, which okay, so this is a guy-centric set, so I'm not sure how well that will sell. Um, got a little angry cat on the far left, taking pictures apparently, and Beach Boy that loves his cat up is what I get from it. This is kind of a confusing set for me. Exactly what they're trying to go for, the personality of Leo here. Next up, we got Nova's room, including Zach as well. So apparently, one of the dogs that don't have back legs, and I was kind of wondering, are these this is supposed to be the same dog, or is it multiple dogs because they're called like their harnesses if the wheels keep changing color? So I was wondering, do any dogs in Heart Lake City at this point have back legs? I'm starting to wonder. And Nova I'm kind of creeped out because she has a skull in a jar on her desk. I mean, the video game stuff, man. I like the dual monitor gaming setup. That's fun. I do like the bed build, but I'm just kind of wondering is like yeah, just the dog. I'm just kind of questioning that. And that's probably going to get a lot of hate in the comments for it. Um, but that's about it. I talked to my sisters and my wife about the set, and they said that they don't want a figure missing a hand nor dogs missing legs. They just feel sorry for them, and they don't want to feel sad with the Lego sets. If you disagree, please explain to me how you guys feel about it down below. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time. Goodbye.